some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And the Hurricanes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia Tech's offense will get the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it...
There he goes. end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
14, Georgia Tech, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ellis. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time on target. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. Flying down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the first quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the first, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by... executing on the drive, punctuating it with the touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Okay, ready?
First down here for the offense. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Townsend. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Miami! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium. One of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
They're trailing by 10 to Nevada. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from... West Country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dances away. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now sliding to his left. Trying to escape and get it himself. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Townsend. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets open down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Throws to the back. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught him.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here comes the Heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds to avoid the sack, to avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to throw it on third and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Georgia Tech, 7.
From inside his own 15. And now the hit knocks it loose. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Yellow Jackets come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They kick it away on fourth down. Made a defender miss. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Back to throw, it's Townsend. He wants to go deep. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Canes. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They're working that left side. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Finds his man. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He might want another play. Off play action on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Complete to the left. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Townsend. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch on the left.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Georgia Tech, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, with maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down on the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Get set, get set.
Quick release on the RPO. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll go to the air on third and short. They get to him as he throws. On the move at the 30. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Ready?
Yes, you got this!
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this
Unleashes one deep. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Wide open makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 35 over Appalachian State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Randall. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Lots of running room. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Going right to work up top. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Dumps it to the back. This one's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Randall. Using the quick game. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Between the uprights, it's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Turns on the Jets. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Inside the 30. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Yeah, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Randall. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's a return from midfield. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Back to throw, it's Randall. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again. This time, he gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And they got it.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Second down coming up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up.